Hi, Philip from TW White & Sons. We have been pleased to acquire this beautiful Mazda MX-5 2-litre 184 PS and its most powerful engine output, Sport Tech RF in Sol Red Crystal. Is registered 31st of October 2020. One owner from new. It's done 7,157 miles. Nice car, really nice car, and loaded with features. Now this car needs to go through the workshop. It needs to be thoroughly prepared. We'll be giving it 101 point used car check, where we check everything: tyre tread depths, condition of the brake pads, brake discs, all the vehicle's electrical systems, tyre condition, brake pads, as I said, all the vehicle's electrical bits and pieces. We'll go through everything. Really nice car this. Hasn't been valeted yet, you're seeing it in its raw state, but this particular version comes with a reverse camera and rear parking sensors. Makes parking a lot easier. We need to get a decent sized boot, but it's missing its mat, so we will be sorting that out. Tools are all present. It will come with a 12 months Mazda approved warranty, encapsulating 12 months roadside assistance. Great cars to drive, these rear wheel drive sports car in the traditional sense of the word, with an inline engine producing 184 PS, which is absolutely very, very powerful for the MX-5. It's in its most powerful guise. At TW White & Sons, we'll take any vehicle in part exchange against this car. We will be as competitive as any of the online companies advertising on national television, or indeed online, those that wish to buy your car. So if you part exchange your car with us against this car or any of our other used cars, you will be safe in the knowledge that you will be getting a very competitive price. Keyless entry. You've got a black leather interior here with integrated BOSE sound speakers in the headrest to give you a more immersive sound experience, particularly useful when you're retracting the electric hard top section, which we'll show you in a minute. That leather extends over to the door card, so you've got electric front windows, obviously, because it's only got 2 windows, electric door mirrors, and sitting inside the car, first bank of switches we come to Mazda's stop-start I-stop technology, lane departure warning and traction control. The car needs a service. It also needs a little bit of remedial work, but nothing major to bring it up to what we would consider an excellent retailable standard. So dip the clutch. I brought the keys in. It's keyless entry, keyless start. Dip the clutch, press the stop start button, and away you go. You've got in here was bone dry fuel. You got a fuel refill tank. It's telling us to do that. We'll just take that off. 7,158 miles, 13 degrees Celsius outside. In the center you've got the speedo, sorry, the rev counter, tachometer, gear selector indicator in that funny little triangular window, and speedo on the far right hand side. On the left hand side here of this multi-function steering wheel, you've got integrated Bluetooth with voice control. You've also got an info button which changes elements of the display. We'll just take you through that. So if we press this, you can see 29.2 mpg. Please don't treat that as gospel. It depends on how the car's been driven, over what distance, and in what type of climatic conditions. So it's got 2 trip meters, service due in 7 months, 10,500 miles. Well, kind of, I think we need to service this. Range is 0 miles. And we'll just reset this. All trip meters are now reset. Right hand side, cruise control. Beyond that, auto wipers with variable speed on the intermittent, and auto lights. And on the inner side of the collar of this stalk you've got the rear fog lamps. Before we come along to any of this, which is the satellite navigation system, let's look at this. You've got automatic climate control in its simplest and best form, I think. Turn everything to automatic, set the temperature up, and it will direct the air and adjust the fan speeds according to the internal temperature of the vehicle. If you want to operate it manually, you can. You just come off the auto settings in each of these controls and you can direct the air manually, or adjust the fan speed manually. Set up your temperature. AC's on. Recirc button to recirculate the air and stop it from any fumes from coming in from the outside, but it's better to leave that in this setting, which takes air from the outside. The only time when I would use recirculation button is if you're caught in traffic. Demist, heated rear window, and front demist there. You've got here, you've got 3-stage heated seats, passenger and driver, and that's for your electric roof. This all needs to be cleaned up here, so I must apologise for that. But briefly, this car will take Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. A 6-speed manual gearbox, which is, I have to say, one of the best and a delight to drive this car. This is why it's the world's best-selling roadster. You've got very short throws between the gears. They're very precise. It's such fun to drive. Half an hour in one of these cars and you know, you fall in love with it. It's that good. Main navigation wheel, flanked by buttons for music, home screen navigation. The star button refers to setting up favourites through a phone book, or navigation, or radio stations, etc. Master volume control and a back button directly opposite that. The volume can be adjusted through the steering wheel controls there, or it can be adjusted through the master volume control there. This system here, navigation, well, I may as well show you this. That's on the daytime setting, that's on its nighttime setting. So turn that off and just your touch screen when you're stationary. As soon as you move off in this car, the touch screen becomes disabled, and you're then operating using this main navigation wheel. The reason for that is a safety feature. If you keep your eyes on the center screen, you're not keeping them on the road. The idea is that you keep them on the road and adjust it through the navigation wheel. I'll just show you how that works on this demonstration. So back to nav. You set up your destination, town or postcode. You can set up home, look at favourites, history, etc. Places nearby, this is always one of my favourites. You can set up a category. Restaurant, for example, if you want to find restaurants close by, you press search and it will come up with a whole list of places you can go to. Highlight one of those and the sat nav, execute the command and the sat nav will help you get there. Home screen, settings, display we're looking at. You can adjust it between auto, day and night modes. You can adjust it brightness, contrast. Car's got brilliant safety features. It's got smart city brake support. You can adjust the parameters of that, how you wish to be warned, and the warning distance. Blind spot monitoring, that's if people are in your blind spot, you can adjust the warning on that. It's got the indicators in the mirrors which will light up and warn you of that when people are in your blind spot. Lane departure warning, another one of my favourites. Again, you can adjust all the parameters of lane departure warning. Put simply, if the road's got lines on it like a motorway, A or B road, and you drift out of lane, this car will warn you of it. Traffic sign recognition system, which will come up in the one of the gauges there. You've got traffic sign display, etc. Driver attention alert system, again, that will warn you on one of the displays here on this on the left hand gauge. It will warn you of that you need to take a break. Sound as I say, it's got BOSE bass, treble, fader, balance, guidance, volume for the navigation, BOSE audio pilot, which will adjust the sound level to compensate for any road or engine noise. Clock 12 or 24 hours. You can set up the time zones. Vehicles, you can look up, set up your door locks, so you have walk away locking, walk away from the car, and with the keys in your pocket and the car will lock. You don't have to have that. You can adjust the indicator volume, whether you choose to have a 3-flash indicator. Lighting, it's got adaptive LED headlights. You can adjust the warning, the lights on volume warning, coming home light, leaving home light. You can adjust the sensitivity of your auto headlights on if you wish. Devices, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, really useful. Plug your phone in using the USB and you can get all your favourite icons up on screen, such as Waze navigation. You can use Waze navigation, download that, a really excellent app for sat-nav. Even warns you of potholes in the roads. You are dependent on other drivers inputting that information, but a really successful, clear sat-nav system. You can listen to Spotify, WhatsApp messages, so on and so forth. System here, Celsius or Fahrenheit, and adjust through miles and kilometers. Integrated Bluetooth with voice control should you need it. DAB radio, signals lost, but you know, you can set up where you want to, you know, what you want to listen to. It's got FM, AM, Stitcher app, applications, low on fuel obviously, fuel economy monitor, in its simplest form, IE loop regenerative system, capture some of the energy through kinetic energy through braking, etc. Will store it and help power some of the vehicle's electrical systems. You've got the MPG monitor there, and of course you've got iStop, stop-start system. Car's got to be iStop ready in order for that to work, but when it's iStop ready, iStop on for example, and you've got enough battery power, you put up to a set of red traffic lights, engage neutral, the engine will stop. When they turn to green, you hit the pedals, so the engine will start again. It's obviously got tremendous environmental advantages, but a really great system. I'm going to show you the dreadful view from behind this car. Is there we are. It's got parking sensors and it's got a reverse camera. Auto dimming rear view mirror as well. Very useful for nighttime driving. You don't feel intimidated when you got one of those. This is a low down car, so if somebody's driving up behind you with headlamps on, some people can feel intimidated. This mirror darkens automatically, and that I think in itself is a really great safety feature. Retractable roof now, so this is the button that does it. Flip it up, even the hook comes out, you see, that will go back. Gives you progress on the dashboard as well. All done, operation complete. Turn that off. Look at it, wonderful electric roof, can be driven all year round. Superb reliability, a lot of fun to drive. I can't recommend these highly enough. If you want to find out more about this Sport Tech RF, done 7,000 miles, please go onto our website, which is www.twhiteandsons.co.uk. Thanks for watching.